Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel Radhika TechHub. In this tutorial, we are going to integrate our signup API to our React signup design page. So already we are discussed in the before two videos. One is the designing of signup page and another is we have written the APIs for signup using of Node.js, MySQL. So now in this video we will integrate that we created the API to our reactjs. So we used to integrate the API. So we use the axios in our front end. So how we use that, what we have to pass in that. So last time we discussed in the API. After writing the API, we has been checked using of postman. It is inserting or if already email exists, we return that user already exists. So to check that inserted successfully or user already exists, we check through the postman. In the postman we has been used the URL and our along with URL the port name and local host, like that which we are using the host, we will mention the URL. In the requested body we have been passing the username, email and password, right? So in the postman, we use the URL and our request.body passing values. The same way, we have to pass the values in the axios. So, how is that? We will see. So, as we know that in the router, we mention the post get what we are using the methods. So, the post which we are using, which has been used in the router, the post or else get whatever we has mentioned that method, we use that method in the axios dot post, like that axios dot get method. So in the post method, in the postman we are passing the values, right, in the requested body in the form of JSON. The same way we will pass the values here. What are the username or email and the password which we are writing here. And passing that values, we'll check the whether it is giving a success or whether it is giving an error. So we will display that after passing the values. In the case it is the get method, we are at the time of when we want to retrieve the data. So at that time we use a select query. So at the time we don't need to pass any values from this URL or else in the postman also there is no need. So at that time in the postman also we are not pass any values for the getting, just URL we will click on that and we are hitting on that, we get the values. The same way here in the axios also the same way, only URL we will mention to get the values. So whatever we will done with the postman to checking of API, the same way we will use in axios. So let's start our coding in the sign up page. So here when I click on the button, I am displaying the toast.success of registered successfully. So first we will check it. After that we will call the method and we will write the axios. So now so first we will check that I am clicking the button. So register successfully, as we mentioned, when we click on the button it has to display. So now we will integrate our API. So we will write one method. So as of now we are using the axios. So I already told that we are used the post in our backend, that is Node.js API. So we are using the post. So dot post of URL. So URL which we are mentioned in our postman. So copy this one, paste it. And so if the user already exists or it is a new user, we have to pass the values. By passing the values, it will check in our database, right? So we have to pass the values. So what we are passing here, we use it in the sign up of username, email and password. So the same way you have to pass here. So before going to doing this, you want to know where I am storing the values, right? So when I am entering the name in the username, email in the email, so I am storing here. For one video, I did the form validation for sign up. So at that time, I used the formic. So using of the formic, when we enter the values, when we change the values, it all be stored in the values here. Values of use formic. So I will display here. So I will display at the time of clicking itself, but because it is continuous will run. So here when I click here, so values. Only I will display email. Values.email. Okay. So when I click here, it will come on. So you can see Radhika at the gmail.com. So you can see here also in the console the same. So this is the how we are storing what we has been entering the values in the values variable. So now we can easily pass our values to our axios. Now we will write so username. At this time username, so values dot username, comma we are passing the email. So values dot email and password. Values dot password. So whether it is going to success or whether it is going to error, we have to check, right? So at this time dot then of data I am passing here. So console dot data. Whether it is an error, so dot catch error. I am passing here is a error. I am consoling here. Error. So we have to call our method when I am clicking on the button register. So here I am calling. Now we'll check. So no need of inspect. Now we will check here. So I has been entered our username, email and password. So now we click the register button. So here you can see 400 of status and message user already exists. Yeah, because already radhika@gmail.com and the password is already present. This email, this user is already present in our database. So when I click to the new user, it has to be insert. So we will write our toast also. After that, we will check again. So if data dot status equal to 200, at this time I wants to pass the toast with a success with which I mentioned the message. So toast dot success data dot message, else toast dot error data dot message, which it is getting from the API response itself. So we'll check now. I'm going to refresh. So there is no consoles. So in the password type, I'm not mentioned the type equals to password because what I'm entering you can able to see. So you have to change the type to password. Then it is converted when you enter. It convert into dots. So user already exists. As we already know that Radhika@gmail.com is already present in our DB. So now we will change it to another name. So I am changing to Bunty. So successfully Bunty registered. So now we check in our database also. So you can see here Radhika, Akshaya, Bunty. Now we are entered the Bunty. So it has been inserted into our database successfully. When we checked with Radhika, it shows that user already exists. So this is the how we will integrate our API which has been written using of Node.js to our React signup page. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon. It will give the notifications when I upload the new videos. And you can find the links in the below description about the sign up design page and our API using of Node.js. It's a part 1.